So, Cam, the other component in this has to do with NIL, and I don't want to misrepresent what possibly could have happened because I haven't looked into it, and I've only seen comments made on social media, some substantiated and others just hearsay about their different dollar figures were thrown out, reportedly coming from Miami versus coming from the University of Florida. There's also a statement on social media that I think came from a somewhat reliable source about someone stating that Florida's NIL approach is a disaster or something to that regard.
Yeah, he's a lawyer who does representation for various athletes. And he was said to have been connected with Jaden Rashada. I forget the gentleman's name. But he's just like, yeah, I never talked to John Ruiz about Jaden Rashada. We've connected about other players and other things, but that name has never been spoken. And with all due respect, the Florida collective is terrible. The way that they do things is atrocious. I would not advise any of my clients to sign with that collective or go to that school. But, hey. But yeah, the numbers that were thrown out, those were wholesale lies put out by Florida fans trying to basically cope with their staff being terrible at recruiting in comparison to MarkRogersTV staff and losing Jaden Rashada, who at one time, like a week and a half ago, he was going to the University of Florida. Boom. But that was a week and a half ago. And yeah, they've made up this number of, Florida offered $11 million and Miami gave him $9.5 million and things like that. False. Even Jaden Rashada had to come out and it was just like, look, man, stop. If you believe the On3 NIL valuation metric, they have Arch Manning at $3.4 million with a 10% bump from 3.1 to 3.4 when he committed to the University of Texas. So now, and he's the number one quarterback, number one player in America. I don't believe that he's the number one player in America, but that's where he's ranked. That's a discussion for a different day. But the number one player in America has a $3.4 million valuation, and we gave, reportedly, according to these lies from Florida fans, we gave Jaden Rashada 3x on that value of the valuation of the number one player in America, or 2.95x, where it's just short of 3x. But no, like, stop it. Do I believe that he will get NIL money? Yes. Do I believe it's going to be big NIL money? Absolutely. Why not? But Miami has done things, to my understanding, by the book, which is once the kid is committed, then we can have a conversation. That is not an inducement to get him to be committed and everything. And I think, like, Jaden Rashada played for a travel team when he was younger, called the Canes, that wore orange, green, and white, wearing Ken Dorsey's number 11. You know what I mean? Like, this is where the player wants to be. And I get that, they're Florida fans are salty and everything, but just to make up bullshit and to come on social media with lies, to try to disparage the kid because he chose a path differently. It's just, there's no need for that. Miami fans did not do that with Corey Collier, when he went elsewhere, when Jason Marshall chose Florida. You know what I mean? I could make arguments why they should have chose Miami instead, but I'm not going to sit here and demean the character of a player. Like, I'm not going to go out here and just put all this stuff in and accuse them of things like that's beyond the pale. But yeah, it was unfortunate that was brought up to try to ruin that kid's moment and make him look to be an asshole, just for the simple fact that he chose a different institution, a better institution than Coral Gables. But, and coming from California, Pittsburgh is a suburb of LA, right? And so he even said at the 11, he's like, man, I got to live wherever I go. It makes more sense. I feel like I can fit in Miami. It's like a city and things. Like, these are words out of his mouth. He was talking to, I forget who it was out there, but I saw the video from 247, and you can go look it up, of Jaden Rashada saying these things himself. I fit in this city. I can live in this place. I can, and that's something that people have to deal with. Now, I know that they make the facilities really great in some places, and, Tuscaloosa, Alabama can be a destination location for 3 years, 4 years, all the facilities and everything, the dorms and everything. You get a run of the town, and then you get the fuck out of there and you get to the league, which is based in major metropolitan cities, But, like, come on, man. That was, salty fans, sour grapes, whatever you want to call it. But at the end of the day, Jaden Rashada is going to be a Miami Hurricane. Let's get it.